very good morning to all my dear students. So here I am with the last topic of our lesson, acid, bases and salts. So yesterday we learned, in my last class we learned about the water of crystallization, and also we learned about the gypsum and plaster of Paris, right? Today let us wind up the chapter by learning about the bleaching powder. So you know about the bleaching powder. You have heard about the bleaching powder. Usually we use this for disinfection, isn't it? So the bleaching powder usually for the purification of water or for disinfection we use this. What is it? What are the physical properties of bleaching powder? It is nothing but yellowish white powder, powdery substance which has a strong smell of chlorine, right? It is also soluble in water. You mix it in water and you spray or you sprinkle, and you can see that the characteristic smell, it has got its characteristic smell which is more of chlorine. Okay, so it gives the very strong and pungent smell of chlorine actually. It is also called as chloride of lime, children. Chloride of lime because it is mainly made with slaked lime. What is meant by slaked lime now? It is nothing but calcium hydroxide, isn't it? So it is made from the chloride of, it is made from the lime, slaked lime. That's why its common name is also called as chloride of lime. It's basically as a reserve. It's actually nothing but a reserve of chlorine, I can say. So most of it is nothing but chlorine only. The scientific name, if you come to the scientific name, it is called as calcium oxychloride. Can you see? Calcium oxychloride. Here is the formula. How is it formed? It is formed when chlorine gas is actually passed over. When the chlorine gas is passed over the slaked lime, then what we get is nothing but, here CaCOCl2, nothing but bleaching powder and water is released out. So how do we get calcium oxychloride? When chlorine gas is made to pass over hot slaked lime, calcium hydroxide, then what we get is nothing but calcium oxychloride, nothing but bleaching powder, and water is released out. Okay. Now, as I told you that it has got its wide applications, mainly as a disinfectant or in the purification of water also, and also in the industries as a strong oxidizing agents, and also as a source of chlorine also, because when you make this calcium oxychloride or bleaching powder to react with different acids, it liberates chlorine gas. So that can be used, that has a wide range of applications in the industrial industries also. Okay. So chlorine gas is liberated when reacted with an acid. It can be a hydrochloric acid or it can be a sulfuric acid. Ultimately what you get is nothing but chlorine gas. Okay, and a respective salt is formed. If it is sulfuric acid, calcium sulfate is formed. If it is hydrochloric acid, then we get calcium chloride. So apart from these salts, chlorine gas and water is released out. Okay, children. So this is about the bleaching powder. This is one of the salts, one of the important salts of chlorine. Okay. Now, so this brings us to the end of acid, bases and salts. I want you all, you have written your assessments well, but still I want you to just go through the whole chapter once again and learn about I have given you one study material too. Please go through that regarding this bleaching powder and water of crystallization also. Next week I'll be back with another chapter, that is third chapter, metals and non-metals, children. Okay, thank you.